Shalom. Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakak Wadash. Kalu Imla, Alahaynawa, Abanawa, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakak Wadash. But give me the spirit to come out here and do this video, man. Do this live stream. All right, double honors to the elect elders of Israel that rule well. Strong salutations to you brothers out there that labor in sound doctrine and in sincerity. Yahweh Shema Shai Barak themselves for elect and peace. Blessings and salutations to the house of David the elect. All right. And I'm back out here. Brother Kaloyala from the Israelite Calvary Camp out here on the streets teaching another live stream, another camp street video, man. All right. Another camp street video to do what? To exhort those to continue in the faith, to be an example to the flock. All right. Raise up the Lord's sheep, man. Do the work of a evangelist, man. Do the work of an evangelist. Raise up the Lord's sheep. Be a shepherd, man. Do the work. Doing the work, man. Getting it. Everybody want to talk about shit. Everybody want this. Man, do the fucking work, man. Doing the work. All right? Early mornings, late nights, when it's hot, when it snow, the drought, the frost, like Jacob said, I was in the drought and the frost. Getting it, man. Getting it. Let's go get some scriptures, man. All right. Cause Jake is in for a rude ass awakening, man. Jake is in for a rude awakening. Y'all think how about Shema Shai sweet cupcakes, man? Hell no. Hell fucking no. Get Job. This is the book of Job, chapter 38 and verse 3. Gird up now thy loins like a man, for I will demand of thee, and answer thou me. Read it again. Job 38 and 3. Gird up now thy loins like a man, for I will demand of thee, and answer thou me. Right. Time to show up, man. Rise up to the occasion. Be a man. Stand strong. All right? Standing strong, man. For Yahweh Shema Shah. All right? Through and through. Job 38 and 3. Gird up now thy loins like a man, for I will demand of thee, and answer thou me. Right? So it ain't no excuses, man. It ain't no excuses, man. It ain't no fucking excuses. Ain't no fucking excuses, man. All right? Ain't no fucking excuses. No fucking excuses, man. No fucking excuses. All right? Who gonna carry the fucking boats and the logs, man? Fuck that. Who gonna carry the fucking mountains and the hills? Who gonna carry the mountains and the hills, man? Yahweh Shema Shai looking for men. Mighty men of the tabernacle of David. That's who we raising up, man. Mighty men of the tabernacle of David, man. That's who we raising up, man. That's who we raising up, man. That's who we raising up. Job 38 and 3. Gird up now thy loins like a man, for I will demand of thee, and answer thou me. And answer thou me. How about Shema Shah looking for me? He called it let me get that in Proverbs. We ain't looking for niggas with excuses, man. All right? Take that to the white man in the corporate world. All right? We ain't looking for excuses over here, man. All right, this is Proverbs chapter 8, verse 1. Start from the top, get the meat, get the whole context. All right. Proverbs chapter 8, verse 1. Doeth not wisdom cry, and understand to put forth her voice? She standeth in the top of high places, by the way in the places of the paths. She crieth at the gates, at the entry of the city, at the coming in at the doors. Unto you, O men, I call. Right? Unto you, O men, I call. Right? That wisdom. All right? The Lord is looking for men to get his wisdom, to this wisdom, knowledge, understanding. All right? Get built up in this thing, man. You know, take this ministry to another level, to elevate this thing, man. To truly elevate this thing. Unto you, O men, I call, and my voice is to the sons of man. O ye simple, understand wisdom, and ye fools, be ye of understanding heart. Hear, for I will speak of excellent things, and the open of my lips shall be right things. For my mouth shall speak truth, and wickedness is an abomination to my lips. All the words of my mouth are in righteousness. There is nothing for or perverse in them. Right, there is nothing for or perverse in them, man. You know, there's nothing fraud or perverse in them. And Yahweh Shema Shah is looking for the mighty men. Mighty men, men of valor. Right? Men of valor, mighty men. Right? It says, okay, that's it on that. All right. On to the next precepts. So the Lord is looking for those gonna bear their cross. Y'all wish I said he that the one bears cross. Let me get that, man. All right, Matthew 10 and 38. He that taketh not his cross and followeth after me is not worthy of me. Right? He that taketh not his cross and followeth after me is not worthy of me. So you have to take your cross, right? You have to take all your burdens, and continue to follow Yahweh Shai. If you don't do that, you ain't worthy of this thing, man. Right? If you don't do that, you're not worthy of this thing. Right? You gotta who gonna carry the cross? Right? Who gonna carry the cross, man? They can talk about who gonna carry the boats in the law, who gonna carry the cross in the mountains. Right? Who gonna carry the cross in the mountains, man? Who gonna carry the cross in the mountains? Who gonna carry the cross in the mountains, man? David Goggins said, who gonna carry the boats and the logs? All right. Me, Kaloy Allah I say, who gonna carry the cross in the mountains? Who gonna carry the cross in the mountains? Who gonna carry the cross in the Are you gonna carry the cross? Are you gonna carry the cross? Do you measure up? Who gonna carry the cross in the mountains? Who gonna carry the cross in the mountains? Who gonna carry the cross in the mountains? Matthew 10 and 38. And he that taketh not his cross and followeth after me is not worthy of me. He that findeth his life shall lose it, and he that loseth his life for my sake shall find it. Right. The scriptures talk about how the saints hated their lives unto death, man. They didn't love their lives unto death. Let me get that. You know? So who gonna carry the cross? Who gonna carry the cross? Who gonna carry the fucking cross, man? Revelation 12 and 11. And they overcame him by the blood of the Lamb and by the word of their testimony, And they love not their lives unto death. Right. And they love not their lives unto death. You know, that's why Yahweh Shah said, Matthew 10:38, he that taketh not his cross and follow after me is not worthy of me. He that findeth his life shall lose it. He that loseth his life for my sake shall find it. Right. So brothers have lost their life for Yahweh Shah's sake, man. You know, giving up everything for Yahweh Shah's sake. You know, this is what Matthew 10:38 going into and 39 and Revelation 12 and 11, man. Who gonna carry the cross, man? Who's gonna carry the cross? All right. Matthew 10:38. And he that taketh not his cross and followeth after me is not worthy of me. He that findeth his life shall lose it, and he that loseth his life for my sake shall find it. There you go. You know, so who gonna carry that cross, man? All right, who gonna carry the cross in the mountain? Who gonna carry the crosses in the mountains? Who gonna carry the crosses in the mountains? All right, this is Isaiah chapter 46 and verse 8. Remember this and shew yourselves men. Remember this and shew yourself men. All right, time to stand up, man. Be a man. Stand up and be a man. All right, Isaiah 46 and 8. Remember this and shew yourselves men. Bring it again to mind, all you transgressors. All right, bring it again to mind, all you transgressors, man. Who gonna carry the fucking boats? You know? Who gonna carry the crosses, man? Who gonna carry, you know, that cross I was carrying, man? Man, that was hit real heavy. That's why he had, what it was, Simon, what it was Simon, Simon the Canaanite, Simon the Cyrene, something like that. Helped Yahweh Shah, you know, carry his cross, right? You know, who gonna carry the cross? Who gonna carry the crosses, man? Who gonna carry them crosses? Who gonna carry the crosses? Isaiah 46 and 8. Remember this and shew yourselves, men. Bring it again to mind, O you transgressors. Remember the former things of old, for I am Yahweh, there is none else. I am Yahweh, there is none like me. Declaring the end from the beginning and from ancient time the things that are not yet done, saying, my tongue shall stand, and I will do all my pleasure. Right? The Lord gonna do all his pleasure, man. Right? Yahweh Shema Shai gonna do all his pleasure. All his pleasure, man. You know, so who gonna carry the crosses? Who gonna carry him, man? You know? The elect is gonna carry you. Are you at that number? Make your call in the election, sure. Do what you gotta do. All right? Persevere to the end. All right, you want to excel. All right, make a difference, man. What are you doing different from the next brother? What makes you so special? The Lord needs you. You know, that the Lord can utilize and use you. What are you bringing to the team? Because it pretty much look like this. If you're not profitable to the ministry, you ain't doing nothing for. See, Yahweh Shah about to get rid of a lot of idle servants. All right, Yahweh Shah about to get rid of a lot of idle servants, man. A lot of sluggards and slothful motherfuckers. The Lord about to get rid of you niggas. All you niggas making excuses. Nigga, man, nigga just making all the type of excuses in the world, man. All you niggas is making excuses. How about Shemal Shah about to get rid of every last one of you niggas, man? Because the Lord don't need you. The Lord don't need idle servants, man. The Lord don't need idle servants. All right? We are already unprofitable servants as it is, man. And you idle, you slugging? You slugging. You making excuses and you slugging, man. Right? Jake got all the excuses in the world, man. You know, Jake has all the excuses in the world. All right. We're gonna get into we're gonna get into quote unquote excuses, man. Cause Jay got all of them. The Apostle Paul said he did this. And guess what? He was still pushing, still doing the work, man. It's time for brothers to examine, including myself. I had to examine myself. I had to do some soul searching, man. You know, I had to examine myself, do some soul searching. All right. And no matter what it is, I ain't making no fucking excuses, man. To not be doing his work, to not be on fire, to not be excelling, to not letting the Lord be able to use me, utilize me. All right, my name is Kaloy Allah. I am an instrument. I can't be no door instrument. Right? Get replaced. Lord, get rid of you. He don't need you. So you gotta be on fire, man. You gotta show yourself a man. All right? You gotta be pushing your limits every fucking day. It don't matter what you did yesterday. It's a fucking nobody give a fuck what you did yesterday, man. The day before that, the Lord don't give a fuck about what you did yesterday. All right? I mean, on a sense, you know, because again, we unprofitable service. So let's say you start, Lord, I did this word, this, you know what I'm saying? Well, that was then. What you doing now? You know? Just like what the scripture say, a righteous man commit iniquity. All right? For a time, judge me quit. He committed iniquity. None of his righteousness is gonna be remembered, man. So you gotta endure, persevere. You gotta be diligent. You gotta be diligent, man. You gotta be diligent. Be an example to the flock. Be an example to the. You wanna be one of them top men, 144,000. You wanna be a governor, a judge. You wanna be one of those mighty men at the top of the David. Your ass better be diligent, man. You gotta be mighty. You gotta be a different type of breed, different type of spirit, man. You gotta be different, man. You gotta set the tone, man. It's time for brothers to set the tone, man. It's time for brothers to set the tone, man. Brothers got a billion and million excuses, man. A big gazillion excuses. Jake take the most out for a joke, man. You know, Jake take the most out for a joke. Jake is taking the most high Yahweh Shema shot for a joke, man. Everybody should be on fire for this thing, man. Every fucking body. You know, and Jake think this shit is sweet, man. Jake think the most high Yahweh Shema shot is cupcake. All right, that's why I said the water Yahweh Shema shot for all my tribulation and chastisement I've been going through. All right, and I'm going through right now. Whatever I'm going, I think the Lord Yahweh, you know, I see why. That's why I say it's necessary, man. It's necessary, man. It's necessary, man. It's necessary. It's necessary. It's necessary. Fuck. It's necessary, damn it. All right? It's necessary. Yahweh Shema was shy. Y'all, look, man. Yahweh Shema, look. All right? Yahweh Shema Shah is about to extinguish. About to get rid of a lot of niggas. All right? Yahweh Shema Shah about to make breach a gap. Yahweh Shema Shah about to show the difference. You know? Looking for the right word. Yahweh Shema Shah gonna make a separation, man. It's gonna be evident who really bought it and who ain't. It's gonna be evident who really bought it and who ain't. I thank the Lord to water Yahweh Shema Shah because now I'm in a position. The Lord put me in a perspective position where if I can continue to do what I'm doing through the spirit of power and mercy, through the spirit of power, name and mercy of Yahweh Shema Shah, right? Then nobody got a fucking excuse, man. Nobody got a fucking excuse. Nobody got a fucking excuse, man. And after what I think the water Yahweh Shema Shah, Lord willing, I can stay on fire for this thing and go harder. Go harder. Go harder. Because I ain't making no fucking excuse. I'm going to fucking show up every fucking day. Every fucking day, man. You know? Jay got a million gazillion fucking excuses, man. Fuck that. Fuck that, man. Fuck that. If I can breathe, I can do this work. If I can breathe, I can do this fucking work. If I can breathe, I can do this work. Let's get it. I'm fired up, damn it. There's a zeal on me, man. If I can breathe, I can do this fucking work. I can do this work, man. Ain't no fucking excuses. Ain't no fucking excuses. Ain't no fucking excuses, man. Ain't no fucking excuses. A lot of you niggas is bitch made, man. A lot of you niggas is bitch made. A lot of you niggas is bitch made, man. Who gonna carry the crosses in the mountains? 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 Let's get it. Want that scripture? Matter of fact, I'm just gonna go to Romans. Go to Romans 8. It's the book of Romans, chapter 8. The book of Romans, chapter 8, verse 35. Who shall separate us from the love of a Mashiach? Shall tribulation? So is tribulation gonna separate from the Yahweh Shah? No. No, man. No. No. Shall tribulation or distress or persecution or famine or nakedness or peril or sword? As it is written, for thy sake we are killed all the day long. We are accounted as sheep for the slaughter. Right? Nay, in all these things we are more than conquerors through him that loved us. We are more than conquerors through him that loved us. You know? We are more than conquered to him that, let me read it again. Romans 8 and 35. Who shall separate us from the love of Mashiach? Shall tribulation or distress or persecution or famine or nakedness or peril or sword? As is written, for that sake we are killed all the day long. We are accounted as sheep for the slaughter. We are accounted as sheep for the slaughter. That's what that's going into, man. All right? Let me second Edges. We are counted as sheep for the slaughter. That's when the Lord was talking about in Ezra. Book of 2 Ezra chapter 15 and verse 10. Behold, my people is led as a flock to the slaughter. I will not suffer them now to dwell in the land of Egypt. All right? That's what is written. Let it say. Romans 8:36. As it is written, for thy sake we are killed all the day long. We are counted as sheep for the slaughter. We'll counter that sheep for the slaughter. I'm going to 2 Corinthians. I know exactly where I'm going. I'm going to read this whole chapter, man. 2 Corinthians 11 chapter. All right. That's what I'm on. You know, they don't know me, son. They don't know me, son. You know? They don't know me, son. Show them. Gotta show them. This is 2 Corinthians chapter 11, verse 1. It says, would to Yahweh, ye could bear with me a little in my folly, and indeed bear with me. For I am jealous of you with godly jealousy. For I have espoused you to one husband, that I may present you as a chaste virgin to a Mashiach. But I fear lest by any means, as the serpent beguiled Eve through his subtlety, so your mind should be corrupted from the simplicity that is in Hamashiach. For if he that cometh preach of another Yahushua, whom we have not preached, or if you received another spirit which ye have not received, or another gospel which ye have not accepted, ye might well bear with him. For I suppose I was not a whit behind the very chiefest apostles. But though I be rude in speech, yet not in knowledge. But we have been thoroughly made manifest among you in all things. Right? I have committed an offense in abasing myself, that ye might be exalted, because I have preached to you the gospel of Yahweh freely. Yahweh Shema Shah, right? Freely. It says, I robbed other churches, taking wages of them to do you service. And when I was present with you and wanted, I was chargeable to no man, for that which was lacking in me, the brethren which came from Macedonia supplied. And in all things I have kept myself from being burdensome unto you, and so will I keep myself. Heavy, heavy. As the truth of a Mashiach is in me, no man shall stop me of this boasting in the regions of Achaia. Wherefore, because I love you not, Yahweh Shema Shah knoweth what I do, that I will do, that I may cut off occasion from them which desire occasion, that wherein they glory, they may be found even as we. For such are false apostles, deceitful workers, transforming themselves into the apostles of a Mashiach. And no marvel, for Satan himself is transformed into an angel of light. Therefore, it is no great thing if his ministers also be transformed as the ministers of righteousness, whose end shall be according to their works. I say again, let no man think me a fool, if otherwise yet as a fool receive me, that I may boast myself a little. That which I speak it not after the Lord, but as it were foolishly in the confidence of boasting. Seeing that many glory after the flesh, I will glory also. For ye suffer fools gladly, seeing ye yourselves are wise. For ye suffer if a man bring you into bondage, if a man devour you, if a man take of you, if a man exalt himself, if a man smite you on the face. I speak as concerning reproach, as though we have been weak. Howbeit, wheresoever any is bold, I speak foolishly, I am bold also. Verse 22, are they Hebrews? So am I. Are they Israelites? So am I. Are they the seed of Abraham? So am I. Are they ministers of a Mashiach? I speak as a fool. I am more. and laborers more abundant, and stripes above measure, and prisons more frequent, and deaths oft. Of the Jews 5 times received I 40 stripes, save one. Thrice was I beaten with rods, once was I stoned, thrice I suffered shipwreck. A night and a day I have been in the deep, and journeys often, and perils of water, and perils of robbers by my own countrymen, and perils by the heathen, and perils in the city, and perils in the wilderness, and perils in the sea, and perils among false brethren, and weariness and painfulness, and watchings often, hunger and thirst, and fastings often, and cold and nakedness, besides those things that are without, that which cometh upon me daily, the care of all the churches. Who is weak? Am I not weak? Who is offended? And I burn not. If I must needs glory, I will glory of things which concern my infirmities. The power and the Father of our Lord Yahushua Mashiach, which is blessed forevermore, knoweth that I lie not. In Damascus, the governor under Arterus, the king kept the city of Damascusans with garrison, desires to apprehend me. And through a window in a basket was I let down by the wall and escaped his hands. So guess what? Ain't no fucking excuses, man. Ain't no fucking excuses, man. Apostle Paul was hey, Apostle Paul was getting it. This is war, man. War. Getting it, man. Fucking getting it. Rocket the Yahweh, 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 rocket the Yahweh. Kaloimla, Alahainawa, Abanawa, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Rakah Kodash. Ain't no fucking this. Apostle Paul have no excuses, man. Apostle Paul only brought. Remember, Apostle Paul said, "I speak as a fool." Why? Because he knew none of that. You know what I'm saying? He didn't was trying to glory in none of that, but he was trying to prove a point, man. Apostle Paul would say, you think these niggas you think these niggas is these false imposers, one sent by the Most High, niggas that teaching false doctrine. Yeah, they got a little bit of truth, but overall, them niggas is speaking lies, man. That's what Satan do. He come with deception. Deception is something that look right, but it's all the way left. All right, in order to do that, you gotta have some type of appealing truth in it. All right, but if it ain't all the way the truth, it's fucking lie. It's Satan. It's the devil. All right, and he's saying these ministers they that. Oh, you think they doing that? You doing it? Look, let me show you what I've been through. They been through this. Let me show you what I've been through. Let me show you. Yeah, I'm So what? So like what God said. So the work, man. We doing the work, man. We on fire, man. We doing the work. Non-stop on the block, man. Non-stop on the clock, non-stop on the block. All right, this is the Israelite cavalry, man. This is a military, man. This is the host of Yahweh Shema Shah. This is the branch of Yahweh Shema Shah's military cavalry, man. The Israelite cavalry. You know, the Israelite cavalry, man. Branch of Yahweh Shema Shah's host. Host meaning arm. That's why I say the Lord of hosts, Yahweh, Lord, Yahweh, out of one of hosts. All right, host meaning army. The Lord is a man of war. The Lord is the ultimate general, ultimate king, top general. All right, the Lord is a man of war, man. Yahweh is his name. All right, Yahweh Shah is the captain of the host. All right. So, hey, man, the Lord definitely raising up a cavalry, man, a cavalry, a branch of his military is the sons of God, man. All right, the sons of God that's on the earth. The Savior. Let's read about Obadiah 121. The Savior that's gonna come on Mount Zion to judge the Mount of Esau, and the kingdom's gonna be Yahweh by Shema Rashad. The kingdom's gonna be Yahweh, man. Yahweh Rashad. So who gonna carry the boats? Who's gonna carry the boats, man? Who's gonna carry the fucking boats? All right. But the Apostle Paul, man, he was in it, man. He was, man. You know. Yeah, Apostle Paul was catching hell. Some of it was judgment, because remember he was persecuting the church. Other was just chastising. The Lord said, "My grace is sufficient for thee." You know. Apostle Paul, he had his walk. You know. Every brother got a different walk. Every brother walk not the same. You know. So like, all right, this is 2 Samuel chapter 17 and verse 7. 2 Samuel chapter 17 and verse 7. And Hushai said unto Absalom, the counsel that Ahithophel has given is not good at this time. For said Hushai, thou knowest thy father and his men that they be mighty men, and they be chaffed in their minds as a bear routed for whelps in the field, and thy father is a man of war. They will not lodge with the people. Behold, he is hid now in some pit or in some other place, and will come to pass when some of them be overthrown at the first, that whosoever heareth it will say, there is a slaughter among the people that follow Absalom. And he also that is valiant, whose heart is as the heart of a lion, shall utterly melt. For all Israel knoweth thy father is a mighty man, and they which be with him are valiant men. That's who the men are David are, man. Starting with David on down. That's who Yahweh Shema Shai is raising up, man. That's who he raising up. You know. 2 Samuel chapter 2. It's like 2 Samuel chapter 23 and verse 1. Now these be the last words of David. Now these be the last words of David. David, the son of Jesse, said, and a man who was raised up on high, the anointed of the God of Jacob, and the sweet psalmist of Israel said, the spirit of Yahweh spake by me, and his words was in my tongue. The God of Israel said, the rock of Israel spake to me, he that ruleth over men must be just, ruling in the fear of Yahweh by Shema Shah. He shall be as the light of the morning, when the sun riseth, even a morning without clouds, as the tender grass springing out of the earth by clear shining after rain. Although my house be not so with Yahweh, yet he hath made with me an everlasting covenant, ordered in all things and sure, for this is all my salvation and all my desire, although he make it not to grow. But the sons of Belial shall be as all of them as thorns thrust away, because they cannot be taken with hands. But the man that shall touch them must be fixed with iron and a staff of a spear, and they shall be utterly burned with fire in the same place. These be the names of the mighty men whom David had. The Tachmonite that sat in the seat, chief among the captains, The same was Adino the Ezonite. He lifted up his spear against 800, whom he slew at one time. And after him was Eleazar, the son of Dodo, the Ahohite, the, the Ahohite, one of the three mighty men with David, when they defied the Philistines that were there gathered together to battle. And the men of Israel were going away. And he arose and smote the Philistines until his hand was weary, and his hand clave unto the sword. And Yahweh wrought a great victory that day, and the people returned after him only to spoil. And after him was Shema, the son of Agi, the Harahite. And the Philistines were gathered together into a troop, where was a place of ground full of lentils. And the people fled from the Philistines. But he stood in the midst of the ground and defended it, and slew the Philistines, and Yahweh wrought a great victory. And the three of the 30 chief went down and came to David in the harvest time unto the cave of Adullam. And a troop of the Philistines pitched in the valley of Rephaim. And David was then in the hold, and the garrison of the Philistines was then in Bethlehem. And David longed and said, "Oh, that one would give me drink of the water of the well of Bethlehem, which is by the gate." And the three mighty men brake through the host of the Philistines and drew water out of the well of Bethlehem that was by the gate, and took it and brought it to David. Nevertheless, he would not drink thereof, but he poured it out unto Yahweh, and said, "Be it far from me, O Yahweh, that I should do this. Is not this the blood of the men that went in jeopardy of their lives?" Therefore he would not drink it. These things did these three mighty men. And Abishai, the brother of Joab, the son of Zeruiah, was chief among three. And he lifted up his spear against 300, whom he slew them. Against 300, and he slew them, and had the name among three. Was he not most honorable of three? Therefore was he that captain. Howbeit he attained not unto the first three. And Benaniah, the son of Jehoiada, the son of a valiant man of Kesbel, who had done many acts. He slew two lion-like men of Moab. He went down also and slew a lion in the midst of a pit in a time of snow. And he slew an Egyptian, a goodly man, and the Egyptian had a spear in his hand. But he went down to him with a staff and plucked the spear out of the Egyptian's hand and slew him with his own spear. These things did Benaniah, the son of Jehoiada, and had the name among the three mighty men. He was more honorable than the 30, but he attained not to the first three. And David set him over his guard. Ashiel, the brother of Joab, was one of the 30. Elhanan, the son of Dodo of Bethlehem. Shema, the Haradite. Elakah, Elakah, the Haradite. Helaz, the Peletite. Arah, the son of Iskish, the Tekohoite. Abaezer, the Anathothite. Man, these names. Yeah, man, these names. Kind of hard to pronounce. All right, it says Mibuna, the Hushathite, Zamon, the Hoahite, Mahara, the Netophotite, Helab, the son of Benah, the Netophathite, Etar, the son of Riba, out of Gibeah of the children of Benjamin, Benaiah, the Parathonite, Hidah of the brooks of Gash, Abba Albon, Arabathite, Asmeth, Asmeth, Asmath, Asmeth, Asmaveth, the Barhumite, Elihaba, the Shelabonite, the sons of Jonathan, Shema, the Hararite, Aham, the son of Shara, the Hararite, Eliphalet, the son of Abishai, or the son of Hashabah, the son of Macathuthite, Eliam, the son of Ahithophel, the Gileonite, Ezra, the Carmelite, Paara, the Arbite, Igel, the son of Nathan of Zobah, Bani, the Gadite, Zelek, the Ammonite, Naharai, the the B, the Beerothite, armor bearer Joab, the son of Zariah, Ira and Itharite, Joab and Itharite, Uriah the Hittite, 30 and 7 in all. All right, those names, a lot of them names is kind of hard to pronounce, man. You know, able to call y'all by Shema Shah for that. And the Lord gonna raise up all these men in these coming times. All right, and these men gonna be, hey, the Lord raising them up. You know, all right, these men gonna be off the chain, off the charts. These men gonna get that power. They're gonna be that leading force. All right, that leading force, man. You live in the time of the tabernacle of David, the mighty men. All right, the mighty men, the mighty men, the mighty men. You know, we live in a time, the Lord doing 2 Samuel 23, 2 Samuel 23rd chapter. It's playing out before everybody's eyes. All right, so with that, I'm gonna give all praise to Yahweh, Ba'ashim, Shabbat, Shema Kakodash. Kalim La, Alahaynawa, Abanawa, Yahweh, Ba'ashim, Shabbat, Shema Kakodash. Yabashim, Shabbat, for luck and peace, blessings, salutations to the house of David, the elect, DTA. Death to America, death to America, death to America, and death to America. BABAL soon. Come out, Shalom to the late, man. Shalom.